Hello, everyone. Hope we are all having a good day. Um, so, I got to see Michael recently, the newest Michael Jackson movie, and I got to say, overall, it was excellent. Um, of course, there were things I feel they left out, but aside from that, it was awesome. His nephew Jafar Jackson, nailed it. He could mimic his uncle, and they made him. It looked like him. It was almost seeing the Michael Jackson himself. And I grew up with. I loved his music, and so it was really good. The Thriller scene was like perfectly on point, and I love the concert scenes, and the just the music was terrific. And um, it was fun to watch. People were getting into it. Were singing along with the music, and I can tell there were some diehard Michael Jackson fans in the theater too, which was neat to see. And I feel like they could have gone more detail on some things, but it's I didn't expect them to cover everything. But overall, definitely worth a watch, especially if you were a Jackson fan growing up. I think you would definitely like this one. And supposedly, which I didn't know this going in, but it's going to be a two-parter. So there might actually be a sequel or a Michael 2 coming out at some point, which I hope there is, because theoretically it could have been, you know, a 4-hour movie, which they wanted to split into two, which I mean, the movie didn't drag at all. It felt like a 2-hour movie, went by pretty quick. So there wasn't much, at least to me, there wasn't a lot of downtime. Like it wasn't slow or anything. It was pretty fast paced. So again, yeah, if I think it's a film worth seeing, especially if you were a Michael Jackson fan and loved his music. I really believe you will like this movie. Now, was it perfect? No, but I didn't expect it to be, even though from the trailers it looked good. And despite what the critics say, I don't always agree with them or listen to what they say. And, because it got like a 30 something percent of Rotten Tomatoes from the critics. And I'm like, they're just critiquing too harshly, at least in my opinion. So, yeah, I would personally rate it an 8.5 out of 10. So, which was pretty good. I don't know if it'll make my top favorites of the year. It might, but I don't know. It might be an honorable mention. But again, yeah, if you were a Michael Jackson fan, definitely go see the movie. And if you've seen it already, feel free to drop it in the comments what you thought. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, Living on Film, and be on the lookout for more vlogs and reviews. Thanks, and have a good one, guys.